So in recent times, Drake has not exactly been a fan favorite of the people, thanks to the allegations, thanks to all of the claims that different people have put on him, thanks to the beef, the rap beef with Kendrick. We all know how that went. They Not Like Us was one of the biggest songs of this year. If it's not going to be the biggest, it definitely was a summer anthem. You know what I'm saying? It plays everywhere to the point where people have made so many videos, TikToks, IG Reels. It's everywhere. One of the most quotable things is probably a minor. Like, we all know that this is the most important part of this entire rap beef. It's the most quotable, memorable, and significant part of the whole thing. And people in the past have had allegations or proof towards them. We have people like R. Kelly. There's different artists that have suffered this type of thing for their own, self-detriment. Obviously, they're not just being picked on for no reason. It's their fault completely. And there are so many memes referring to Drake liking minors when it comes to pictures, clips. You know how TikTok goes and IG and different things. We all know how it is. Like, once something goes viral, it's viral. Everyone is creating content. It's just how it is. And a lot of it is going to be entertainment that is brought to you to make you laugh, and that's just how it is. But none of them in the past, different people have had an anthem towards them. And I think that that's what separates Drake from people of the past, that no one has had an anthem. There may be have been like shots or like a diss or something, but there has never been a complete anthem that everybody knows. So I'm wondering, when Drake releases his next album that he just announced, and it's going to be a collab album, how will this affect his career? I'm wondering, will it affect the numbers? Will it affect how people view his music? Will people still listen to his music? Because we've all heard They Not Like Us. At this point, there is probably no one that listens to rap, even people outside of rap and hip hop. Everyone has heard these allegations. Whether they've seen proof or not is a different subject, but everyone has at least heard of them. Not everyone has seen proof, but they've at least been exposed to the idea. So when Drake comes to your mind and he drops his music, if you're a fan of his, how do you respond? Do you still listen to him? Do you still support him? Do you choose to go to his shows? I'm just wondering how this will affect his legacy, because Drake is somebody who is clearly one of the biggest artists in the world, if not the biggest. There's obviously people like Bad Bunny and different people, but Drake is undeniably huge. It's undeniable. Nobody can ever dispute that. But I'm just wondering how this will affect his next project. His next project isn't exactly a solo project, but especially the one after this one, whenever that may be, whenever he does release a solo project, I'm wondering how it'll go. I personally think that if somebody is to be canceled, they should be all the way canceled. You've had people like 6ix9ine, who has had multiple allegations against him. And as far as the rat thing, like, he still was able to come out and have a successful career, even though a lot of people didn't think he would. He just went ahead and moved on to like the Hispanic side of music. I don't really know exactly the name of it. I'm not Hispanic, and so it's not something that I'm too familiar with, but I know that he's very big over there. And you've had people like R. Kelly, who somehow, some way still was doing shows and performing all these years and, selling out crowds. Like, it's actually insane the amount of people who still support him even to this day. They'll say things like, I separate the music and the person, which for me personally, I get why you would want to do that. You still want to enjoy somebody's music, but for me, I can't really do that. If I'm listening to somebody and I know their character, it's just not in me to listen to them if I know that this is a bad person. Like, it's one thing if they're not like the best person in the world, like maybe they're rude or something, but to have crazy allegations on them, and especially when there's proof like there was with R. Kelly, is just I can't listen to it anymore. That's just me personally. Everyone has their own decisions that they can make, but for me personally, I can't do it, man. I can't. One thing I do wish there was more of is artists basically vocalizing their dislike or hate towards stuff like this, because when it came to 6ix9ine, when he had his whole thing and he went to court, even Gunna, you will have every artist on the planet. Whether I agree with Gunna and 6ix9ine's decision is irrelevant, but you will have every artist on the planet come out and say everything about them. But when it comes to stuff like this, everyone's quiet. You've seen nobody say anything towards Drake as far as artists goes. Like, you see fans and people in comment sections, but when it comes to artists, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been super quiet. Like, you don't see anything. There should be more. The amount of hate that 6ix9ine and Gunna get, I disagree with their decisions personally, but when it comes to them, the amount of hate that they get, stuff like this should get 20 times more, because this is more serious in my opinion. But I appreciate you guys for watching the video, man. For today's question, it's gonna be a very simple one. Can you separate the artist from the music? I want to know, can you still listen to Drake even though you know certain things about him now? Are you able to just separate who they are from their music and enjoy their music still? But I appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out.